Just as a final reminder, the form that will be documenting the responses for the upcoming documentary will be closing tomorrow on the 12th of August. If you have yet to fill in the form, do so now, before it is closed off. I would like to thank the over 320 people who have filled in the form. Your contributions to the community will be grateful in not only analyzing such a critical topic, but in allowing the community to get a more clear understanding of the current situation that the PC version of Garden Warfare 2 faces. I would like to thank you all for your cooperation in providing your feedback regarding this topic. Welcome to a video where I showcase 5 things that you may or may not know. Some of these facts may be in plain sight to some, but for others, this may be the very first time that you hear about them. Let's get started. Starting things off relatively simple, did you know? Thanks to a discovery by Noobmaster Pro on the front loading screen of Garden Warfare 2, if one was to observe closely, specifically at the All-Star and Scientist, the user may notice that both of them use their Garden Warfare 1 renders as opposed to everyone else using their Garden Warfare 2 version. We can tell these are their Garden Warfare 1 models by looking at specific details, such as how the All-Star has red socks in Garden Warfare 1, yet he doesn't have them in Garden Warfare 2, and the Scientist's weapon model uses the version that has no upgrades equipped, whereas his Garden Warfare 2 version does. The most likely explanation for this is probably an oversight on the developer's behalf, which given PopCap's track record, it isn't exactly surprising when you learn how often these small oversights happen throughout their games. Secondly, did you also know the Unicorn Chomper, the rarest character in the game, due to its unique limited time unlocking conditions, is actually based off a character from one of PopCap's previous titles. Specifically, he is based off Bjorn from the Peggle series, with the most matching features being the color scheme, the purple hair, the yellow horn, and the fact that they both make horse noises. The Unicorn Chomper's Rainbow Warp is also a reference to Bjorn's rainbow-related powers in that game. This likely follows PopCap's track record of making references to their other titles within the Plants vs Zombies universe, likely as small Easter eggs or jokes for the player to find and discover. Up next, did you know? Heading up to BFN, in the Summer Days Giddy Park, the area is covered in sand and it all looks very nice and summery. However, what if I was to tell you that this sand isn't actually sand at all, as if we shoot at it with certain projectiles, we can see that this supposed sand uses fucking snow particles for some reason. This is especially apparent when burrowing underground as Chomper. I mean, just look at that snowy shit. If I had to take a guess, this is likely because the Summer Days Giddy Park was created right as the team making BFN ran out of resources, and thus had to reuse the particle effects for fucking snow of all things. I mean, you could have just used the default ones, but they decided to try pull a fast one and add snow particles to fucking sand of all things. Jesus fucking Christ, PopCap, what in the ever living fuck? Heading back to Garden Warfare 2, did you know? Plasma P has a hidden pattern that is not normally seen unless the player equips a tattoo that barely covers his face. The user can see a new pattern suddenly emerge all around his head, showing galaxies, stars, and all sorts of other space-like sci-fi shit. Why this pattern is hidden in the first place and only shows up when equipping small tattoos is quite the mystery and isn't exactly clear, though if I had to take a guess, it is most likely a programming oversight made on the developer's behalf once again. Lastly, did you know? The Bling Maiden has a rather useless but unique hidden feature that does allow you to perform some crazy shenanigans. Normally, the user cannot stack Iron Maidens on top of each other, no matter how hard they try, the game will not allow it. Yet when it comes to the Bling Maiden, the game will allow you to stack the Bling Maidens on top of each other without any issue at all. This can allow you to do some funny shit, such as stacking up several Bling Maidens as a form of a man-made staircase, or like an off-brand leaning tower of Pisa. Whilst not practical at all in multiplayer games, this does have its uses in the backyard, where you can mess about with friends, purely for the sake of fun.